Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Media Conclave on an absolutely amazing night. We have something very special that's going to be presented to you tonight, and I'm glad, honestly, that I get a chance to be a part of it. I'm Terry Hill, and I am sitting next to an amazing guy. And before I even bring him in to say anything, I got to tell the world it's been 31 years since I met this dude. I was a sophomore at William Marion Rains High School. He came in to teach us some gospel songs. And one of the things that was the funniest is that one of the songs he taught was an original composition. Do you remember that?
What was this? What was the song?
Beloved. I
Beloved.
remember that. See, mine is good. Mine ain't bad.
Yeah.
Mine ain't bad. From that day to this one, this man has been doing exactly what he's going to be presenting to you on tonight. Y'all, show great love. Elisha Paris. Man, listen. You feeling good?
I feel good.
Good. I'm glad. You look good.
Well, God bless you.
Yeah, man. Listen, for all these years that we've known each other, and you were older than me then, and yeah, you're older than me now.
I see what you're doing.
You see, just laying a little groundwork. That's all, laying a little groundwork. I really want the people to understand something about you, and that is this is a journey that you have been on for a long time. Dare I say, most of your life.
A lifetime journey.
A lifetime journey. So it kind of brings a lot of credibility to the project and this special single, this first single that you're going to be releasing. Tell us first a little bit about how your journey got started.
I grew up in and around the church, and I grew up in and around music. My father was a pastor, a local pastor, and he was also a trombonist. My mother was a piano teacher and the minister of music at my dad's church.
Okay.
My maternal grandfather played organ, piano, and accordion. All my cousins were instrumentalists. So I grew up around music.
Okay.
So it was just a natural, it was like being born in water. It was natural for me to navigate a music world.
Okay.
With a Christian or a gospel backdrop.
Okay. Would you say there was some expectation? It was the environment, but was that also the expectation that you would pick up and have some musical expression of your own?
I would think so, because my mother put me on the organ by her real early. You sit right here. So I think there was an expectation at an early age to have music as a part, even if it wasn't a occupation,
Okay.
as a part of an integral part of my life.
Okay. So was there ever a moment, even at a young age, that you rebelled or pushed away, had no desire for it, or was there an early love that was that set in?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever rebelled from music itself. I think I've tried to rebel from what inspires my gift,
Okay.
the giver of my gift.
Okay. Okay.
Throughout my years. James 1:17. Every good gift, every perfect gift comes from above, from the Father of lights.
Yeah.
In whom there's no variableness or
shadow
shadow
of
due
turning.
to shadow due to change. So I was aware that it was the divine who gave me the gift and the love
Yeah.
for music. But there were times I would try to run from him,
Okay.
and try to do the music, and there was no inspiration there.
Yeah.
So maybe those were times of no love, but I was always around it and did
Always
it.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to stay with inspiration a little bit, all right? Because from the time you were young until today, I'm sure that much of what you've done has found its inspiration. You've been inspired in multiple ways, I should say. What would you say is probably the heaviest inspiring factor for you, the heaviest influencer?
A person.
Well, let's do both. Both what individual and then what facet of life and living gives the most inspiration to you?
That's a tough question to answer. Both are tough. I could not pinpoint one individual
Okay.
who inspired me. And we would have to be talking about particular things because I do
Okay.
different things
Right.
musically. I'm a musician. I'm a producer.
Right. Right.
For a long time, I ran a record label with multiple artists
That's
on
right.
it.
That's right.
So we would have to narrow down, you know.
Okay. As a musician,
Yes.
what other musicians inspire you?
Oh, that list is a big list. I can throw a few names at you. Thelonious Monk,
Okay.
Thomas Whitfield, Thomas Dorsey,
Yeah.
Joe Sample, Russell Ferrante,
Okay.
Bruce Allen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to name a few. I mean, the list is almost endless.
Now you're going back and forth. Your inspiration is not limited to one genre.
Yeah.
And you started out, with all of the things that you do. One of the first things you said was, "I'm a musician."
Yes.
Is it just that broad, or are you a certain kind of musician? Let me tell you why I asked that. Because there are a lot of people who, for the last 12 or 13 years, only know Elisha Paris, the church musician. This is the guy connected to the church. So you're a gospel musician. You're a church musician. You are God's musician. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
How do you respond to labels and different things? Because you called out a gospel influence, you called out jazz influences. Sure. How do you respond to labels and how do you term yourself?
Yeah, I disagree with the notion
Okay.
of gospel artists and jazz artists as it relates to me.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's necessary for the music industry to categorize my music so as to target a listener.
Gotcha.
But I am of the belief that all things are from him, through him, to him.
Gotcha.
All right?
Yeah.
So when I compose music that is explicitly, lyrically Christ-centered,
Okay.
they label it gospel. But that music composed came from him, through him, meaning by his strength,
Right.
and to him to get him glory,
For his glory.
right?
Yeah.
When I compose music that is primarily instrumental and improvisational in nature,
Okay.
it is categorized as jazz. But that came from him, through him by his power,
Right.
and ultimately to him.
To him.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like you're telling us that all of it is God's, because it's. I mean, I'm not trying to throw no dirt in the water. I'm just trying to make sure that the people understand.
People of God.
That's what the way I'm hearing it. That God is the one that gives you the strength, gives you the idea, puts the words in your mind, has given you the ability, and regardless of the label, the creative expression, the musical ability gives him glory.
I couldn't have said it any better.
Actually, all I did was repeat what you just said. That is what you said.
We need an organ.
I know, right? Go play it. You're the musician. No, a lot of people are messed up by that because we've learned to live with labels
Yes.
and have an expectation of them. Did your parents ever enforce or restrict you to gospel music only?
Yes.
Okay.
In particular, my father, he was a conservative Pentecostal.
Okay. There's such a thing. A conservative Pentecostal. I like that. Okay.
Oddly enough, right, because he toyed with the idea of eternal security. That is not a Pentecostal.
Right, that's not.
tenet.
That's not. That's for us Baptists.
Right. So he was a conservative Pentecostal. And we weren't allowed to have any secular music whatsoever
Wow.
in the house. He did have records like Moon River.
Okay.
He enjoyed what's the piano player name that oh my God.
Quote the scripture. I know the scripture.
Natalie Cole's daddy.
Nat King.
Nat King.
That's him. Yeah, I know
He
that
had
one.
his records in the house. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
He could indulge. But let me tell you a story.
Please.
Let me tell you a story. So, you remember the Commodores, right?
I do.
So the Commodores came out with this gospel song called Jesus is Love. You remember this?
Very familiar.
All right. So, my dad liked the song. My
Yeah.
mom, like, so they bought the 45.
Okay.
Right? And what they did not know is on the other side of the 45 was this song called Baby, You Pick Me Up When I'm Down, right? So while they were home, we would, have Jesus is Love in heavy rotation. When Dad would leave and Mom would go, we'd flip it over.
Flip it over. There you
Well,
go.
one Saturday, it was flipped over,
oh.
and we had the speakers turned up, my brother and I. And my daddy came and heard that and ripped out the studio, the stereo, the speakers,
Oh.
tore up the record. That's just how conservative he was.
Wow, yeah.
In terms of the faith, I thought that was a funny story.
No, man,
Is
listen,
that funny?
I'm a little bit traumatized. Daddy just yanked the whole system out. I'm curious. Have you ever done any work outside of music? Any type of employment that didn't have music attached to it?
Yeah, sure, but nothing lasting, and nothing that you could define as a career. It was always, intermediate.
Okay,
Something
okay.
in between.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
yeah, no.
So at what point or at what age did you realize, you know what, this is what I want to focus on?
I would say my journey is a weird journey in terms of my last years of high school. My father passed of a massive heart attack when I was 16, and I rebelled.
Okay.
And my mother could no longer really handle me. I wasn't bad, but I was bad. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so she sent me up north to my grandmother, Fernandina.
Okay.
So my last half year of high school was spent in Fernandina.
Okay.
So I graduated high school from Fernandina Beach High School.
Okay.
But it was there, while I was there, the pastor of the Church of God there asked would I take over the choir. I was only 17 at the time or whatever. Would I take over the choir? And then ultimately in the month or two, he said, would I take over the music?
Okay.
And he said, I'll pay you for it.
Oh.
Now, this is a new notion for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I played for my dad's church.
You wasn't getting paid.
No, I was fed, clothed,
Right.
and housed.
Right. This is what you're supposed to do.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it was at that moment I realized that the gift could actually make room for me.
Got it. Yeah.
And I think that was the point of realization.
Let's go back to the rebelling.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course. Of course, people.
Listen, it's one of those things we could easily connect to, because if I'm not mistaken, and you're like me, that wasn't the only time you rebelled.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
Oh,
there's
no.
probably been several moments.
Oh, sure. Thank God
rebellion.
he's a God of another chance.
Right, yeah, that second chance, I blew that a long time
Long
ago.
time
Long
ago,
time
brother.
ago. In the moments of rebelling,
Yep.
did you ever find yourself using your gift to try to get back at God? Was it ever a tool that you tried in some way maybe to use against him?
Not consciously.
Okay.
Not consciously, but as I reflect, yeah, there were times where the music that I created, for the lack of a better term, was not attached to the God I loved,
Gotcha.
or spoke in any way about my faith. Now, there have been songs, and this is maybe not what you're referring to, but there have been songs I have composed that are not explicitly gospel songs, but they're birthed out of a relationship with God
Okay.
and to establish a relationship with someone else, like Pretty Smile.
Okay.
Right? This song doesn't talk about Jesus. It talks about a woman
Right.
that I like.
Right.
And what draws me is not her shape, what draws me is her smile.
Right.
And I think there's nothing ungodly about that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So,
I think that too often we have limited even what we would put God's name on or God's label on musically, in poetry, and other artful or creative expressions. We limit it to only being able to carry those things pertaining to spiritual discipline or doctrine.
sure.
And by doing that, we limit God, not just his stuff, but we limit God. But you have consistently tried to broaden, maybe that wasn't your intention, But I think in your musical expression, you've tried to broaden the boundaries of how we even look at what is God's and what is not, as if there were such a thing that's not God's. I wish we had time to just play right there, because I
That's
know
a
your
whole
thoughts
summer
on
worth
that.
of stuff.
That's a whole lot of stuff. But talk about, if you will, just why it's important to you to get out what's in you. Some people would just keep it to themselves.
Yeah, and I would submit that that is unhealthy. I think that if God gives you a thing, he never gives you a thing for you to sit on it.
Right.
There's text all over Scripture
Yeah.
that speaks against that.
That's right.
If he gives you a thing, he expects you to invest that thing.
That's right.
Or roll it off of you.
Yeah.
You know, so I would say I have never been tempted to hold anything in.
Good. Good.
Yeah, I've never been tempted to hold anything. I've been cautious about, you know, because we do live in a real world that where our church leaders are their eyes are on us, and the world's eyes
In the world. Yeah.
are on us, and so I'm careful sometimes how I package a thing,
Okay.
so as not to be a stumbling block
Gotcha.
or
Yeah.
a trap.
Yeah.
But that would be my only reservation.
Okay. Okay. You don't want to let your liberty become someone else's.
So you keep preaching, man.
Well, I mean, you know, see, here's the thing. This is why these conversations go like this with Elisha Paris. Because this guy has got as much word, if not more, in him than any other preacher I know. Do the folk know you're a preacher?
You just told them.
Oh, they do now. He is. I mean, he's got the word of God in him. It's who he is. It's his life. It's not just a thing that he does. And over the years, I've been fortunate to watch all of this expression come out in all of the genres and labels and forms that we would package it in.
Sure.
It all has come out, and I dare say, it's the God in you that pushes all of this expression out. You know, the ability to create is a God characteristic.
Sure.
And
Yes.
so when you present these things, you're operating in your God gift, and that's a beautiful thing. He did a song. You did a song
Okay.
a few years back. It's one of my personal favorites. It's got the label gospel. It falls under that genre, but the song is called Breakthrough.
Yes.
You know that's my song.
Yeah, I know
you
that's
know
your
that's my song.
He shed a mini tear
Whew.
on that song. Just
A mini tear. It was really actually instrumental at the beginning of our church, which was about 12, this year makes 12 years.
praise God.
This guy was my first musician.
Sure was.
Came in and helped us out and said, you know what? Hey, so you guys are doing praise worship, you and your wife to the soundtrack. Okay, I'm gonna help you out, and did that until such a time as he was needing to move on, and but that's just who you are. That's what you do, and I'm thankful for that, and I'm glad I get to tell some folk how thankful I am for that seed that you sowed into us.
It was my honor.
So early on. Thank you. But I want to talk about moments of breakthrough in your own life, because a part of what you're presenting to us now is your look back, right? You're reflecting, you know, you're telling us, you know, some things from your life, the life of a preacher's son, you know. Talk about some of the moments of breakthrough that you've experienced over the years, maybe even whatever has been the most recent breakthrough.
Yeah, that would take a whole nother segment.
Oh, wow.
Brother. Yeah, that just weighed heavy on me.
Okay.
I've had many moments, and I dare say, I'm careful with this word, but many seasons of breakthrough.
Okay.
And those breakthroughs were times of refreshing for me.
Okay.
Yeah, if I could, I would say stop tape. Can you ask me something else?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. The piece that you're presenting now,
Yep.
how does that come to us? You know, where did it start in you to become this piece that we're getting ready to witness tonight?
Yeah, so this piece, To Number Our Days, the single,
Yeah.
it's, the title is based out of Psalm 90. Teach us to number our days.
That's right.
I think the idea that the psalmist is suggesting is that we should make good use of the time. You know,
I agree.
that God has allotted us, and as a almost 50-ish guy,
I like that. I like that.
the importance of time
Yeah.
and the use of it is hitting me in the face in
Okay.
another way.
Okay.
You see, so that's the inspiration behind the song.
Okay.
I'm thinking of time spent, what I could have done.
Gotcha.
You know, relationships that have gone awry, relationships that have blossomed, just all that has happened, and that I don't have a whole lot of time left to reconcile relationships, continue to build relationships, to express whatever God has given me musically to whatever audience and whatever platform He has provided for me. So it is that reflection
Yeah.
that caused this song.
Talk about relationships.
Yep.
Your son,
Yes.
your namesake,
Yes.
amazing musician.
Amazing.
He's a killer drummer.
Killer.
I mean, he's killer. This guy, how does it feel, first of all, for you to see him operate, utilize his own gifting, develop a love, and not just a love, but a fierce, near defensive posture about musicianship and professionalism?
Sure.
You know, how does that feel for you to see your offspring pick up?
Yeah, I am extremely godly proud of him. He is a technician
Yeah.
as a musician. He takes his craft seriously. And it makes me, it brings a joy. I mean, any father who sees his son take up the mantle in their way. And
Yeah.
his expression is through percussion, excuse me. But he has taken up the mantle, and he's going to further heights than
Yeah.
I could ever dream for myself.
Okay.
So I am godly proud of that boy.
I
He
like
helped
that.
me produce this record.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very
he
nice.
helped me produce this record, and I had to, honestly, Bishop, I had to really humble myself, because Doogie, you know, he would tell him, "Daddy, that doesn't sound." Excuse me.
Boy, I raised you. I brought you in this world. Take care.
Dad, you should do this. Dad, you should do that. Dad. And that was a big pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But I think the project is better because of it.
Nice.
So I'm proud of him, and I'm grateful to God that we could be yoked to work together.
Yeah.
Now.
Nice. You get the privilege of working with your son now and seeing him become his own person, establish himself in your field.
Sure.
As well. And I know that there are many things that you give to him, the benefit of your experience, mistakes made, lessons learned. I'm sure you share that with him on a consistent basis.
Sure.
But his experiences are going to be a little bit different.
Sure.
What does the Elisha Atlas Paris today say to the guy I met 31 years ago?
Yeah. One, do not procrastinate. Never take time that is unnecessary.
Yeah.
Some things take time,
Yeah.
but don't procrastinate. Two, stay focused.
Yeah.
And always pull yourself to that thing that you focused on. Don't be distracted. There'll always be time for you to smell the flowers and such.
Yeah.
But while God has placed something on you to do, and in my case musically, do it.
Do it. Yeah. I like it. I like it. So the second single from the project, An Old Man's Dream.
Yeah.
Are you feeling old? Where does that come to you? What is that? How is that song inspired?
Yeah, so let me start from a scripture, right?
Okay.
So many times in the Old Testament, God is referred to as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah.
Meaning that he's the God of at least 3 generations, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I think that song centers around my dad's dream for me, my dream for my son, and my son's dream for himself.
Very nice.
Oddly enough, though, I think the running title, the working title was
Okay.
40 something. I'm almost 50,
okay.
so by the time
You don't want to lie to the people of God and the people of jazz and the people of all the other labels.
right. But that's where
Okay.
that came from.
All right. So, are you feeling that you've arrived? Is there any feeling that you've arrived at a place where you are ready to pass the mantle and take a step back? Or are you still feeling there's some more that you still want to do, even beyond this?
Yeah, there's a lot more I want to do. I'm going to keep doing until I can't. I feel I am getting older.
Okay.
Right? So, when I do my finger exercises for dexterity and the flexibility of my wrist, I notice I'm missing a step.
Okay.
I'm noticing it takes more thought to for improvisation. I'm sorry.
Okay.
For improvisation when I'm playing improvisationally. Stuff that came natural to me, now I have to really think about.
Okay.
Right? So I know I'm getting older. I know I'm losing a step, and there are many musicians who are my age who try to deny that.
You're a realist.
I'm a realist. I know, but I still think that there are some things in me that I can get out of me with a level of excellence that will not embarrass God.
Yeah.
I'm working on a hymn project.
Nice.
I'm working on a project with my son.
Okay.
I'm working on another project with a pastor here. So I'm still doing stuff.
Okay.
And I will continue to do until
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. I like that. Well, I'm going to be looking for it, especially that hymns project, especially the project with your son. I don't know who this other cat that you're working with that's a pastor. Got me sitting up here like I don't know you. We could have worked on something. I got a little tune. Just,
No, yeah,
ain't
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
It's just
no, you
little
have a great
tune.
voice, Reverend.
We'll do about 30, 45 seconds for you. In addition to this project and some of the other items that you're working on right now, the musical items, is there anything else that we can expect or look forward to from Elisha Parris?
Yes. I am going to be airing a podcast
Very nice.
beginning in September. It's called Creative Conversations with Elisha Atlas Parris. I'll be having industry guests, creatives, so not just musicians,
Okay.
but anybody within the creative community, including persons like yourself.
Look at God.
So yeah, I'm amped about these conversations because kind
Very
of like
nice.
our conversation,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
casual friends and talking about their area of either service ministry or their thoughts about personal things.
Yeah.
I try not to get in politics, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll keep moving.
yes,
Thank you, man.
it
I'm
was
excited.
a pleasure to be here.
I'm excited for you and what God has done already in you and what more is to come. I know it's going to be great.
Thank you, sir.
Elisha Atlas Parris.
So sometimes as a musician, you get a chance to play with amazing musicians, and then sometimes you get a chance to play with your family, and they're not necessarily the same. You know, they're amazing, but they're turds, or their family and their gift is limited. That is not my portion tonight. I am blessed to be playing with family, and they are amazing musicians with great hearts. And I want to introduce them to you tonight. To my far right, I guess that'll be your left, is a long time. How long have I known you? Longer than that. You were a little kid. on bass. This is the guy, Rick Benjamin. I hear y'all clapping out there. On the mic tonight is my niece. She's doing a wonderful work in her own right as a singer and writer, Kaya Cash. And last but of course not least, my namesake, my son, on drums, Elisha Doogie Paris. It's good to play. I mean, it's been a minute. Even before, COVID struck, it's been a minute since I've been able to kind of just do original pieces or interpreted pieces that have already been composed. So it just feels good to be here tonight and get a chance to play. We're not going to do a whole bunch of talking. I did 30 minutes of talking with Pastor Terry at the top. We're just going to play some more. And I'm encouraging you to hang out till 12. At midnight is the release of the first single from my album, The Story of a Preacher's Kid. The name of the tune is To Number My Days. And I want you to, whatever platform you use to get your music, whether you stream it, download it, go to that platform, stream it, download it at midnight. Flood them. Help us to make that single chart tonight. Or I guess that'll be in the morning officially. Yeah? All right. Rick, you'll start us out, sir.
Every time to go out to parties and stand around, 'cause I was too nervous to really get down. But my body, hey, it yearned to be free. So I got up on the floor, baby,
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Media Conclave Network, for supporting Elijah Atlas Paris. And thank you guys so much for just welcoming us into your home tonight. My name is Robin Williams. I am the Chief Operating Officer for Periscope Entertainment. Just to give you guys a little bit of information, if you would like to book this amazing band, please, you can send a text message, just the word play jazz to 904-274-1835. You can send an email to playjazz@periscope.net. And I encourage you guys to go to Elisha's website, www.elishaatlasparis.com. You can also go to Periscope's website, www.periscope.net. I encourage you guys to follow us on Facebook at Periscope Entertainment and at Elijah Atlas Paris, his artist page, so that you can stay tuned in. Remember, he does have the podcast that's starting in September, Creative Conversations with Elijah Atlas Paris. It's something you definitely don't want to miss. And then, as he stated once before, we have the single that's dropping at midnight tonight. So it's very, very important you guys go to wherever you download music, wherever you stream music, Spotify, Tidal, wherever, and tune in, get that single. And we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we hope that you will continue to support us.
So about 5 years ago, I was blessed to be able to work with Dontavious Boatwright. He was a blessing to our record label, and he was a blessing to the city of Jacksonville and a blessing to the world. And he left us too soon. Back in 2013, I did a project called Live at Underground, and we did Great Is Thy Faithfulness together. And I wanted you to see it. I probably won't be able to watch it with you. It's too heavy a burden to bear. Enjoy.
Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions, they fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. All I have needed, your hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Lord, unto me. Da, 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 da,
We thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoy it again. On bass, Rick Benjamin. On drums, Elisha Doogie Paris. On vocals, Miss Kaya Cash. Good deal. Website, ElishaAtlasParis.com. Website, Periscope.net. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube. Thank you to my family, Said, for having us on the Media Conclave Network. To my business partners who are here tonight, sleep in all, but they're here. Thank y'all for tuning in. And midnight, stream, purchase, download, go to your platform. Help us to chart this song to Number My Days. All right, good night, y'all.